Hello everyone, welcome to SwitchUp as we once again have a look at some of the games coming out for the Switch in this upcoming week. In terms of dates then, we're going from the 1st of March up until the 7th, while first looking at any games that have released without being in one of these videos previously, and then moving on to that week at hand. So which games are coming out for the Switch this week? Well, let's find out. Let's start with one game that is already out then, and that's Star of Providence. This is a top-down shooter with procedurally generated elements. It says you'll explore a progression of floors as you make your way into the depths of the facility, encountering increasingly deadly enemies. There are over 40 types of weapons with over 50 unique modifiers, and it says that every game loop beaten unlocks a yet harder one. There are multiple playable characters and a chip-tuned soundtrack to complement the beat of the action according to the blurb. We do have a video available for this game. I'll put a card to it in the top right hand corner if you do want the full story. It sells for £11.99 or your regional equivalent, but it does have 10% available off that price for a few more days up until the 5th of March. Let's move on to the games coming out this week then, and the first of those is Carmen Sandiego. This is a new game in the long-running series, focused on the exploits of the super thief Carmen Sandiego, and it says here you'll be navigating a world of espionage, utilising high-tech gadgets and ultimately attempting to capture the operatives of Vile. You'll be travelling the globe as you would expect, from the bustling streets of Rio de Janeiro to the majestic lands of Tokyo, and it promises stunning visuals and immersive environments. You'll need to sharpen your detective skills as you gather clues, decipher codes and tackle a variety of minigames to outsmart Vile's most elusive operatives. I've never played one of these games before. I know there's been a few of them over the years, and I think there's even been TV shows and what have you as well. But this one releases on the 4th of March and it will sell for £26.99 or your regional equivalent.
Use all of your skills to outsmart Vile operatives. Gather intel, decipher clues, and...
Next is Everhood 2, which calls itself an unconventional ARPG where you battle enemies through musical encounters. It says you'll need to master the music-based battles with over 100 songs, voyage through a journey that lasts between 8 to 10 hours, and encounter a wild universe with mind-bending visuals. You are accompanying a mysterious celestial raven who has deemed you worthy of slaying the Mind Dragon, and you'll need to travel beyond the River of Death in a strange land. We spoke recently about another game, Robobeat I think it was called, that took the idea of something rhythm based and put it in a genre you wouldn't necessarily expect to see it, and this seems to be similar in that respect. This one again is out on the 4th and it will sell for £17.99. Following on from that then, we've got Morkull, Ragast's Rage. It says it combines platforming and action with a touch of exploration, as you control the villain of the story who's well aware that he is a character in a video game. It says you'll have a number of combos at your disposal when it comes to combat, and as mentioned you can break the 4th wall as you play through. It does have a demo, which is probably a good idea, in a game that sounds as if it's quite quirky. It's out on the 5th for £16.19 or again your regional equivalent. Alruna is a dryad in a dying world, a spirit of life in the land of the dead. The blurb here is very story heavy. It doesn't give any hints as to what the gameplay will be, so I'm going purely on screenshots as there isn't a trailer either, but it does look like a screen based platform game. That's the impression I'm getting as you make your way through this dying world. I do like the visuals, I have to say. It does definitely have a very appealing aesthetic to it, so it'll just come down to exactly what the gameplay is. It's out on the 5th and it will sell for £10.99. Next is Ever 17 Never 7 Double Pack. This brings together two visual novels, being Ever 17 The Out of Infinity and Never 7 The End of Infinity, which it says here in the blurb are making their way to the West after 2 decades of a Japanese only release. Ever 17 takes place in an underwater theme park, which after an accident is sealed off, leaving the visitors trapped underground. It says you'll have to overcome one crisis after another as you search for a way to escape. In Never 7, your protagonist has a dream of a girl dying a tragic death in front of his eyes, and you'll need to use this premonition to try and stop the tragedy happening by the 7th day. You can buy these two games separately. The first sells for £24.99, the second for £15.99. I've highlighted the bundle just for the ease of putting it on screen. That one sells for £39.99. It's out on the 5th again if you are interested. Talking of double packs then, we also have Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remaster. This, as the title would imply, brings together the first two games in the Suikoden series, remastered in HD for a new generation. These games first released on the PlayStation, the first one releasing between 1995 and 97, depending on where you live in the world, and this sequel between 98 and 2000, again depending on your region. All background illustrations of these classic RPGs have been upgraded to HD. It says there are updated effects, which breathe new life into the pixel art animation, and new environmental sound effects to immerse yourself in this fantasy world. As well as that, there is a new added autosave feature and a battle fast forward. We will have a video on this next week, one that no doubt I'm sure many people will be looking forward to. It releases on the 6th of March for £44.99 or your regional equivalent. The penultimate game for the week is Sorry We Are Closed, which calls itself a story-driven survival horror game about angels and demons that mixes fixed camera exploitation and arcade-style shooting. You follow the final days of Michelle as she battles to break the curse placed on her by a powerful archdemon, and it says you can help or hinder the lives of curious residents in Michelle's bustling London borough as she pursues freedom from her own untimely demise. You can see two worlds at once with the gift of Michelle's demonic curse, and your choices will matter with multiple endings being available, and it does, as mentioned, have those fixed camera angles so well known and well loved as far as I'm concerned in survival horror games of the 90s. It also allows you to pick between modern and tank controls, definitely one that interests me. This one's out on the 6th for £24.50 or your regional equivalent. By the looks of it, Australia are getting a very good deal there. It's unusual for them to be getting the right end of the stick, shall we say, but it does have 10% available off that price up until launch day.
Back and forth, back and forth. I can't help but teeter the scale. Can't help that I want to see you prevail, but I can't help but teeter the scale. Can't help the feeling that maybe I failed.
And the final game for the week then is Sugardew Island. It says here you'll be taking care of your animals and your farm, selling goods and fulfilling orders to fill the tiny island with life once again. It says you'll be running your own cozy farm shop and selling goods, caring for animals and building bonds, growing crops and gathering resources, completing harmony tree quests to restore the land, and befriending or dating friendly locals, each with their own personality. There are of course a huge number of farm life simulation games available on modern consoles these days. This one looks charming enough. We'll see exactly how it plays when it releases next week on the 7th for £15.29.
Care for your animals and build meaningful bonds with them. If you're missing something, visit Tomta, the friendly merchant.
So there you have it, another week of Nintendo Switch releases. Do any of those games interest you? Will you be picking any of them up? Please do let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget, if you are looking for eShop credit to pick any of these games up, you can use our website switchup.gg and get your eShop cards from there. Doing so will get you 5% of your purchase price back as cash back. There are links down there to other places such as Nixie or PlayAsia if you're looking for any goods from there. Again, use the links and the codes down below and you get yourself 5% off of your order. If you're looking for something else to watch, yet still Nintendo related, my latest review on my other channel, GB Bricks, which is a Lego or Bricks centric channel, has just released, this time looking at the new Lego Yoshi bike from the Mario Kart series. I put a card to that in the top right hand corner. If you want to give that a watch, it'd be much appreciated if you do. And a thank you to our patrons and our channel members for your continued support, and to each and every one of you for watching our videos. Take care, and until next time, happy gaming.